Oh,
Good
right.
morning,
Good
Carlos.
morning. Hey, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, my friend. Couldn't be better.
Excellent. My voice is feeling a lot better. I am ready to go,
Yes.
and it's a good thing because we got a lot of fun stuff to cover. We got to cover the most important thing of the day. Let's get going right here.
There we go. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Oh, look at that. You got graphics and everything. Man, talk about going all out.
All right, so
All right. Thank you very much, Peter. Appreciate that.
It's Carlos's birthday today, everybody.
Yes.
So we got a
Thank you.
balloon, we got a candle. We need you to blow out your candle here, Carlos. Let me just you can blow out your candle right there, Carlos.
There you go. There you go. There it is.
Good, well done, excellent. There you go.
I was wondering how you're going to make the candle blow out without doing some effects there, but I see you worked that out. Excellent.
There you go. So excellent work. Excellent. So everybody wish Carlos a happy birthday. He's here with us on his birthday.
Yes.
We appreciate that.
Yes, thank you very much, Peter.
I hope
Appreciate
you have
that.
a fantastic day with your family later today, Carlos.
Yes, we sure will. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Glad that you're feeling better. Your voice is back where it needs to be. Looks like that's awesome.
It's getting there. It's getting. We'll see how long it lasts, but so far, yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I was doing some cleaning up, and my wife's like, "Look at you with some actual energy." And I'm like, all right, yeah, that's fair enough.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Guys, so over on YouTube, thank you so much for the birthday wishes in our chat as well. Really appreciate it. Thank you, guys. All right, let's get to it, friends. Let's go right to market data this morning. Peter, what's going on?
Yeah, well, look, yesterday was the big day. We had the promise of the FOMC rate announcement, which came out as expected. No real surprises in the announcement, but the market did not disappoint. We had some great movement. A little quiet up until that point, but the afternoon was very exciting. Today, a little quieter with just a couple of numbers that are coming out right now. Let's talk about those. The jobless claims. Initial jobless claims just came out slightly lower than expected. 212,000 was the expected forecast. 208,000 was the actual number. And then for the continuing jobless claims, again, a little lower than expected. So we're still seeing a slightly stronger than anticipated economy, which, continued cause for concern, but it's why the Fed is continuing to maintain the interest rates. Powell was very cautious yesterday, not to suggest anything about interest rate increases, although that is potentially, who knows? It's always a risk. Later today, the only other thing that we have coming out today is at 10 o'clock with the factory orders. Again, not a major market impact item, but, it's going to come out and we'll see what happens. But, yeah, I won't expect the market to move too much. So today it's going to be all about the earnings, and we do have continued earnings parade. So there's a few interesting ones from last night and a few from this morning that we're going to be able to talk to you about. So let's get over to those.
All right, let's jump on those. A quick look at our gappers list this morning, guys. And as you can see on here, we got some stuff in the green. Actually, not some stuff. We got a lot in the green this morning. Carvana leading the way, up 33%. So we'll see what's driving that this morning. And then I don't know if you noticed, Peter, but some of the Chinese stocks are starting to come back on our list here. We have Baba, we have Billy, Neo, XPEF. I'm not sure if that's an EV move. I don't see Tesla here, or if that's just overall China doing some stuff there. So we'll dive into that, see what's driving that. And then gapping down, not a whole lot, but these are some big numbers here. 35%. This one, FRSH, 28%. So we'll see what's causing them some pain this morning. All right, diving right in, friends. Let's take a look at what we have here. Control A, Control X is going to remove this watch list. And somebody asked me yesterday how to create rows here. That's how I do it, right? So Control A, Control X cleans the watches without deleting the rows. This is for Dash Trader Pro. And they also were asking how to add new rows. The way I do it is, let's say for some reason, you deleted all these rows here and you want to add some more. You can go manually by right clicking and adding new row. I think that takes forever. The best way to do it is for me is I click on this little empty box on the last one at the bottom, hit space, enter, and then for the rest of the other ones, after you do that, backspace and enter, and you can quickly add those rows, right? It's just a little funky the way they have it there, but that seems to work very well. All right, Peter, let's go right to,
for,
yeah.
For the record, that seems to work all the time for Carlos. It works about 30% of the time for me. So I
It's
don't know
crazy.
why it works
Yeah.
some days and not others, but yeah,
Yeah.
the space
And,
enter is not reliable. I don't understand why. But
and that's why I mentioned that it works for me because I don't know if there's a different version. We both have interactive brokers. We should have the same version. So I don't know why that works for some people and not others. So but there it is. That's the way I do it. Guys, looking at Carvana this morning, up 36%. What a pop. 512,000 shares traded. This is looking really nice this morning. Peter, obviously in play, earnings last night. What's the latest and greatest?
yeah, they had earnings after the close yesterday, beat their numbers. A little bit of a surprise. The market wasn't expecting great things from Carvana, but they did post actually very good earnings. And that was, I said, a little bit of a surprise to the market out there. So they still lost money, but they lost a lot less than they said they were going to. And they made more revenue. So those little car tower things like, actually, oh, darn it. I forgot to prime it up. I finally, this is my moment when I had taken that picture of the Carvana Tower when I was in Las Vegas, and I said, I was going to have a chance to use the next earnings. So
Oh, that was in
I missed my
Vegas. You
chance.
did that. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 I was
I
so
think I could pull it
focused
up.
on Carlos's birthday that I forgot about my picture of the car because I keep seeing them in like all the articles. I never saw one in person, and I saw one. And it's like a giant car vending machine just sitting at the side of the highway. So I got to get to the base of one of those and see what it looks like. But
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah. All
But
right.
yeah, so Carvana, yeah, again, a great quarter, which is a surprise because we've had a really mixed, sort of auto sales from the manufacturers, but it seems that used car sales was going okay. Carvana's, remember, they had a big issue with inventory, overpriced inventory that they had to manage. Looks like they're getting that back under control and able to manage their costs effectively. So they're back on forecast, and the market is very excited about it, pushing them to the top of our gap up list today. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
looking at Carvana, the volume is fairly low though this morning. I'm not seeing a lot of price action, like not a lot of movement here. So, I think that I'd like to think it's going to be in play, but I'm really not sure because it's not getting the volume that I would really like. So.
Yeah, yeah. I have it on here. Let's see. I mean, this is a big gap up, man. 37%. I think we'll get something out of this. How great it's going to be, I'm not sure. Maybe an overreaction, who knows? But we'll see. I like it today. We'll see where it goes. Let's take a look at the next one on our list. Is going to be ENVX this morning, and we are up 30%. We've seen this one on our list before. Not a great intraday trading stock, but Peter, it looks like earnings last night as well as right after the close, this thing got going. Do you like this one today?
Once again, another earnings. Yeah, beat their numbers after the close yesterday. Another one that I don't love. Look at the volume. It's fairly light. We're seeing less than 1 million shares traded so far. It's up 30%, but this typically is one of those that it'll just sort of leak sideways or bleed off after the open. That's sort of my guess as to what's going to happen on this bad boy. Doesn't tend to be a big just a big trading stock. The daily volume you can see relatively low, down around 5 million shares or so. So yeah, not one I'm probably going to be watching.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Let's go over to W. This is a Wayfair, and they are up 17%, man. Really rocking here this morning. 716,000 shares traded. And this is actually a great pre-market activity for them because they don't get a lot of volume. They are also sitting on the New York Stock Exchange, as you guys know. Stocks in the New York Stock Exchange tend to be a little bit more, a little more relaxed as far as the pre-market. They just don't get that great volume. But Wayfair do some stuff this morning, Peter.
Yeah, I still have a soft spot in my heart for Wayfair just because over the pandemic, they were like one of the top moving stocks in the entire market. It's sort of almost like a sleeper for the first half of the pandemic, as they went from something like $6 to, I don't know what it was, like $400 or whatever their top price was. It was crazy. Anyways, when
Yeah.
how they moved. So, but yeah, they had earnings this morning actually, and beat their numbers. Once again, a little bit of a surprise beat. So they had a good quarter. People buying more. I don't know, sofas and throw pillows and whatever else you buy from Wayfair.
Yeah.
I don't know. I see their
Yeah.
ads. There's a lot of purple in them. That's all I know. So purple things apparently is what you can buy on Wayfair. You can tell I'm not a big online home decor shopper, but
Yeah.
they had a good quarter. Whatever else, from people who are buying that stuff, and yeah, they might be in play. Like, it's always tough to tell with a NYSE stock, right? Because that volume could pick up significantly once the opening bell rings. NYSE stocks have a tendency of doing that, so I'm going to just keep an eye on it. I'll probably set some levels on it just to see if it delivers some fun, and if it doesn't, I won't be afraid to sort of abandon it quickly. But it might be worth keeping a watch on.
Yeah, yeah, love it. I'm gonna do the same as a secondary for me. I think we'll have better things to look at this morning, but I do want to keep an eye on it as well. Let's look at, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of Chinese stocks in our list this morning. Billy Neo, JD. Who else we have on here? Baba, which is one of my favorites. That traded well yesterday, dropped and then it came back with everything what going on with the Fed. Anything going on overall, Chinese base, Peter?
Well,
Anything out of there?
yeah, the overall news is that, and for reasons I haven't yet uncovered, the um, Hong Kong market, the Hang Seng market has like a sort of officially by movement entered bull market territory. So it has been really gunning down there, and that's what's been sort of moving these Chinese stocks in the North American market. There's really not a lot of new economic news. I mean, AI has always got people a little excited, and there's a little more noise on AI progress, especially use in the Chinese market. We'll talk about that a little bit later with one of our earnings. But I think it's just general sort of, yeah, the strength of the Hong Kong market is pulling the Chinese stocks up, of course, and that's causing them to move on the North American market as well. So you're on mute.
Sorry, thank you, man. Excellent. I mean, I don't like Billy as much. I do like Baba, which I'm gonna watch because yesterday they were trading actually pretty decent. If you look at the intraday action yesterday, they had this great movement here, a drop and then recover and then drop again, and they're gapping up 2.8. Might not stay on this list, but I love this gap up we're seeing this morning of 3%. Wish it had more volume, but I think that can come around. So I'll add Baba on the list. Let me see what other ones look good here. I don't know, how is Neo looking these days. Neo, big day for Neo yesterday, trying to break out of $5 here, so that is nice. They always get volume, right? 3 million shares traded, but they're a little bit brutal as far as they trade every single day. But yesterday, some good breakouts on Neo there. All right, I'm gonna just keep Baba on deck, and then we can see if any other ones come up on our scanner should
Yeah.
get volume.
It's a little disappointing that the EVs aren't moving more. I mean, there is
Yeah,
news on the EVs. We've been sort of talking about them. Basically, they're all in war with each other, right? Like, it's not a surprise. We've got so many entrants. The Chinese market is saturated with these EV companies. We've seen Tesla struggle in that market, right, and lose market position and a little bit of market share. Sales were reported yesterday by a couple of the companies. LI, their deliveries were down, so number of vehicle deliveries were down in the month of April. BYD and XPeng, no, BYD, XPeng, and Neo deliveries all went up. So they all had increased vehicle deliveries. So that's good news for them. So overall, it looks like the market is growing slightly in China, which shows potentially maybe also an economic, at least economic stability, if not economic growth. It's a little early to say that, I would guess, because usually if there's any sign of sustained economic growth. Usually the Chinese government is touting that, and and you're seeing articles on it. So being that we're not, I would say it might be sort of isolated here on the EV side, but we're not seeing it in sort of the volume and the movement of these EV stocks here in the North American market. So a little disappointing. I keep watching them occasionally. I've got them on one of my lists here just so I can flip to them quickly and say, all right, or is today a day when they're moving and getting some nice volume? And as you can sort of see, they're just not. They're still gappy. They're pretty tiny candles. They're not moving much.
Oh. Yeah. We're going to be watching Tesla. Now we're talking about it. I'm definitely going to be watching Tesla this morning. 1.3 million shares traded. It is up 1.8. Barely missing our gappers list, but it's got the volume. So it's looking really nice this morning. I definitely want to keep an eye on it.
And
all right. Yep.
I'm seeing a question from one of our members in the room. So why don't we address it? Ajane? You got an accent on there, so I'm going to try and say it in French. But anyways, it must be new to the chat room, I'm assuming. But if not, anyways, welcome. Asking how we derive our list. So let's take a second and talk about that, because I don't think, Carlos, we've done that for a while. So the gap up and gap down list we take directly from tradingterminal.com. If you go into tradingterminal.com, you can go into the scanners and customize your own scanners list. That's exactly what we've done here. And we're using settings that we've been using for a number of years, because it's what we've refined for stocks that work for the type of trading that we and our traders typically do. So Carlos, help me in case there are a couple of these have changed, but there's a few settings that we use, because you can get a lot of stuff on these gappers list, right? And we want to filter out the stuff that is just sort of what we would consider noise, or maybe not actively tradable stocks. So first and foremost, to get on our list, there's two key things that have to happen. It has to be a stock that has more than 200 shares of traded volume already at the point at which we're looking at it. So if 200 shares haven't traded so far this morning, it won't make our list. And it has to gap more than 2% up or down, right? So that tells us that it's moving so far this morning, right? There's some sort of gap, and there's 200 shares of volume traded. So those are the first two. Then we also add to that a couple of conditions that say, well, we generally don't want to look at stocks that have a share price of less than $5, because you can get a lot of low float stocks that meet those first couple of criteria that are like they're dollar stocks or 60-cent stocks. We really don't want to look at those. There's other lists you can use to look at those. So we tend to filter those things out. Carlos, you have to remind me of some of the other settings, because we also generally look at the float size, I think.
Yeah, so the flow size we don't touch, but by putting at least a dollar on. Actually, we put at least one on the flow size, so we avoid ETFs, I believe. But by doing it under $5, like by not counting anything under $5, it does take care of a lot of the low flows that would come up here. So we do that in that sense. And then if you can also come in here. And again, this is tradingterminal.com right here, guys. This is our scanners. You can see all the information we have on here. And I love this about it too, right? If you click on Carvana, everything is going to update with the Carvana news right on here. So this is the news tab. That is pretty neat. I have it a little messy because this one here is set up just for my scanners when I'm doing the pre-market show. But here, once you click, this updates, and you can see also here what the float is for that stock and all the other financial information that you like. So again, it's pretty neat. But to go back to the scanners, if I click on menu here, I click on this cogwheel, it's going to bring up what the filters are, right? So here they are. You got the ATR. You have 50 cents or more. We have the volume. We have the flow, which we just put one just to avoid all kinds of ETFs that might be having volume. The change, right? 2% or more or less based on gap or down. And then the price, anything over $5. So based on what you trade, you can make changes to that.
There you go. And those are customizable, but those are the filters we use. So that helps us sort of limit the list of things we want to watch. Now, there could be other interesting things, and that's where, you can use other sources or set secondary lists to track. But this allows us to sort of get something that we typically find are sort of the best stocks for us to trade. So there you go. Now you know how to set the settings for yourself, and if you want to look at different things, you're free to do that. And Yam, you're asking what the source of the scanner. If we didn't say it explicitly, tradingterminal.com. go in there, click on the scanners button at the top of the page, and it's a free tool. It will ask you for registration, but that's just to record your settings. You won't get sold things. There's no like it's free and then you pay for it. It's a free tool available to you. So just go in there and you can get this for yourself and set it up, and you can watch it all day. Obviously, there's a ton of other, by the way, preset scanners in there that you can use throughout the day. High and low of day stocks, gapping stocks. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there that are preset, or you can create your own scanner. So it's a great tool, really functional, and completely free, and created by Trading Terminal, who sponsors the pre-market show for us. So there you go. Anyways, thanks, Jenny, if I'm saying your name properly. For that question, and we appreciate it. And if you have questions, by the way, on YouTube or in the room, don't be afraid, guys. I mean, this is what we're here to sort of help, right? Not only with what's gapping and give you the news, but to help out with what's going on. So yeah, feel free to type in those questions, especially on YouTube, right? We want to help you, especially if you're getting started on your trading journey. So don't be afraid. All right, we got to get back. We got a bunch of stuff on the list, but hopefully that
before we get back, I want to just welcome Jojo. So he's Joseph. I recognize the picture. So this screenshot here, I recognize. I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen that before on YouTube. And he just joined us here in the chat room for the first time. So first day here, welcome, man. Good to have you. And I see you're also on the YouTube chat as well. So appreciate that also. Yeah, Joseph. So that's our good buddy Joseph there joining the BBT family.
Awesome. Welcome.
So welcome aboard, guys. So far right now, Carvana, Baba, and Tesla on deck. I like these pretty much this morning. So far, looking very good. And then secondary list is going to be Wayfair. I have that one down there so far. Heading down. Yeah,
Carlos, go ahead. Your camera is frozen. You're looking very strong and pensive there, but
somewhat sophisticated. That was not intentional, but yeah, I think I forgot. Yeah, I definitely forgot to charge the battery last night, and this morning
you got to get
had other plans.
Camera or something. What's going on?
I do, man. I just got to buy the cable, and I say I'll buy it, and then I just not end up doing it. So you know what?
Another cable thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm older now. I should be more responsible. So
tell you what's the cable? Tell me what the cable. It'll be a birthday present.
There you go,
man.
Absolutely. All right, friends. There it is. So next on the list, I see Qualcomm, and I know Qualcomm maybe earnings, right? Only time we see this on here. It is up 6.2 this morning, Peter. So this looks okay. It just doesn't trade well. I don't know what your experience is on this, but for me, it doesn't seem to be a good trader sometimes.
It doesn't. It actually trades a fair amount of volume on a lot of days, but I don't know, it's tough. I'm a little burnt by it because I lost a lot of money on Qualcomm one day during the pandemic when it dropped, and I did I did one of those cardinal sin type trades, right? Or it can't go any lower, right? So I kept trying to catch the falling knife, and I just kept losing and losing and losing. I ever since I've had like PTSD on Qualcomm. However, it had news after the close yesterday. It did have earnings. They beat their numbers. Now it's a bit mixed picture. They beat their numbers. Their guidance was light, which is normally what drags the stock down. However, they were all about AI. They were talking about strong AI performance in China. I think that's partially what's bringing them up here, and they're gapping up this morning, as you can see, and I expect them to get a lot more volume once the market opens. So it doesn't look great right now, but it's another one of those where I'm going to keep an eye on, but I won't be afraid to dump it if after the open it really doesn't look good for me.
Yeah. I think so. I think I'm going to watch it as well. I like the gap up. Might not stay on my main list. I think it's more of a secondary play there, but let's keep it there for now. Man, this gap up list seems to get longer and longer. Every time I scroll down, there's more names on here. So let's do this. We'll talk about Mara and Bitcoin, and then we'll look at POTR, and then we'll head down to the gap down list so we can cover everything that we have here. So let's look at Bitcoin. So hashtag BTC is going to give us our ETF here. So hashtag BTC. And once we bring this there, we've been down lately, but we're up slightly this morning. It looks like, Peter. Any major news?
No, this is just a little bit of a rebound, right? Because it has been down, as you said, so much over the last few days. I mean, when I say so much, I mean, let's face it, it's not that big of a drop, especially for Bitcoin, but it's about $6,000 or 10% almost
Hmm.
over the last 2 days or so. So, it's a decent move, and you're going to expect it to rebound a little bit. So I don't really see any big news on it, and on any of the companies either. I was looking up Mara and Riot and some of the others, and didn't really see anything significant.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at Amara now, and yeah, I don't see anything actually very explosive. Volume is actually lighter than most days. Most days we're getting some pretty high volume. We're not seeing that right now on Mara, and then Coin has not been trading all that well. So I've been avoiding that one. And then let's yeah.
Coin, if I remember, it has. I don't think they had earnings yet, but I think it's after the close today. Maybe. Let me
Oh
look at
yes,
this
with
up.
Apple. Yes, they do. They do.
Right. Yes, it's after the close today. So,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
four
Um,
fifteen. So, yeah. There you
Yeah, we also have obviously the big guy today reporting Apple. That would be a good one to watch as well. I don't see them on my list, but I'm sure somebody would have mentioned it. So we'll add that to the list as well today. Okay, excellent. Let's head over here, guys, and take a look at what's gapping down this morning. Actually, we wanted to look at POTR because I know that's one that's been in play. So POTR 557,000 shares traded, and again, just the start yesterday was very choppy, but again, I'm not going to bash them too much because a lot of stocks started like this, right? Just kind of waiting to see what the Fed was going to do. There's a lot of chop, and after the open, Peter, I'm not sure if you noticed it as well. And I think that just got stuck in that. Finally, did break out in the later parts of the afternoon. Had a great trading day there, but for the most part, did struggle. So, not sure what to expect out of this one today. Maybe a secondary list type stock for now.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't know. I
yeah.
don't have any particular reason to believe PLTR is going to move. I mean, when people are talking AI, it tends to come up, which is good for them. But they, as a firm, I haven't seen any big news from them. So
Yeah. All right, let's head down to the gap down list. FSLY leading the way this morning. We are down, wow, 36%. Man, somebody's getting fired today. The 2.1 million shares traded. Peter, what's driving this thing or not driving?
well, yeah, they haven't had a good morning, I guess, with a couple of downgrades. So they had earnings after the close yesterday, and they basically they beat on revenue, but they lost money once again in the quarter. What more important, and what's the usual thing, is that they were a little sketchy about their full year forecast. I didn't actually hear them call off their forecast, but they were sort of cagey about it, which caused Bank of America, I think, and DA Davidson to both downgrade them. So a couple of downgrades. Bank of America is a big downgrade, especially that they downgraded to an underperformed status, and they lowered their price target from $18 to $8. And look at where the gap has gone to. So, whether, no matter how I feel or anybody feels about analysts, they can sometimes have a big impact on your stock. So you got to keep those analysts happy. And Bank of America analysts are not happy, and they have taken a chunk out of Fastly's stock valuation. So here you go. So yeah, bad day for Fastly, and there are some angry executives over there, I guarantee, this morning.
Yeah, yeah, I am sure. How well this is going to trade, I'm not too sure. It's not a big one on my list, but man, this gap down, this volume, we definitely cannot deny this belongs on our list today. So I'm going to add it on here, down 36% with 2.1 million shares traded. So that's worth taking a look at. FRSH this morning, down 30%, a little less volume, 54,000 shares traded. This is Freshworks. Is this like a food delivery thing, Peter? What is this? I
No,
don't think I ever
see,
heard of it.
I thought it was because we have another food delivery company to talk about, but no, this is actually a software company,
Okay.
and a similar story though to what we were just talking about on Fastly. They did cut their guidance quite heavily, actually, cut their full year outlook, and the market doesn't like it when you do that. And they were also given a pair of downgrades with some significant price move. They were downgraded in price quite a bit, almost half, cut their price outlook to about half. So, and we can see them gapping down about 30% as well. So, not one that I think I've ever seen on our list, Carlos. So,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't have any expectation this is going to be a good trader, at least Fastly, like we've seen in the past. But yeah, Fresh, I don't think it warrants going on the list unless it jumps up on our trading terminal scanners later in the day.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not gonna look at that one. So we'll skip on that one. Let's go to Dash this morning, and this is DoorDash, which it is down 7.7 this morning, 2.4 million shares traded so far. Peter, what's going on here? People are not ordering out enough, I guess.
Apparently not. Apparently not. They had earnings after the close yesterday, and mixed picture, actually. They beat their numbers, but provided a very low next quarter guidance. So their Q2 guidance was a lot lower than the market expected. And as you know, it doesn't matter how well you did in this quarter. If you say the next quarter is going to be bad, you will get punished. And so they are. Good volume here this morning. And you can see that volume has been picking up. So I actually sort of like that. I think this might be worth keeping an eye on. I can't remember ever having traded this, so I don't know whether it's going to be a good one or not. But yeah, the earnings is the reason.
Yeah, yeah. Question in chat from Aaron, FSOY short. We don't know. We know we gotta wait to see at the market open, and there is some weakness obviously now, but we gotta be careful. We've seen plenty times where stocks drop so much, especially 36%. That's a big drop. That could be, that could be where as far as it goes. We might get a little drop, and then it can recover the entire day, start closing this gap. So we got to be careful. We got to see what the price action brings at the market open, but it can go either way, really. So we'll have to pay attention at the price action. All right, last and not least, or maybe least, depending on how it looks, is STLA. It is down 4.4, 2.5 million shares traded, but it looks pretty bad, man. It's 2.5. And this is foreign. We know this. We actually seen this ticker before. This is why you see all these gap ups right on here. It just doesn't trade very well.
Yeah, now they announced declining shipments. I always have to look them up because I forget too. But this is like one of the biggest car manufacturers you've never heard of. They own Jeep and Dodge Ram and a bunch of other brands and Fiat and Chrysler, and they've bought up a whole bunch of these smaller, I guess, car companies. Anyways, their shipments are down across all these brands. I not a good trading stock, whether you like the company or not. I see that Rogelio, anyways, is saying that worked in the automotive industry and they were the worst customer. I could imagine owning a lot of those brands. You tend to be pretty brutal, and I can imagine that they've got some. Anyways, interesting business design challenges internal to the company. So, but whatever their practices are, it's not doing well, and it's probably not that tradable. So, there you go. That's my take on it.
Doesn't look good. We'll skip on that one, and that covers our gap up list up and down. Peter, what do we have as far as earnings that maybe we haven't covered yet?
A couple that we haven't talked about. One that I just have to mention, just out of amusement, Etsy. I just mentioned because, if you remember, Norm was doing the role that I'm doing before I had the opportunity to take it on. And Norm was always just on a rant about Etsy. So, and I can't blame him. I mean, it is a funny business, right? They're sort of like the, I don't know what to call them. They're sort of the reseller of, like homemade baked goods and sequin, bejeweled jeans and stuff. Anyways, it's the online flea market. There you go, Algio. That's a good way to
great way to put it. The online flea market.
The online flea market, yeah. And anyways, they missed their numbers in the quarter, provided a lower guidance too. So yeah, it is not a good picture over there at Etsy. Interestingly, in their press conference, they talked about macro headwinds, and I just have trouble putting a macroeconomic headwind picture on, as Brian is saying, the sale of sock puppets. So I mean, you look, I mean, I guess it makes sense. They do have a global brand. You know, they're running a more successful business than I have personally run. So what can I say, man? I mean, it's a real business, but I have trouble putting macro headwinds on it. Yeah. Oh, Simmer, excellent, well done. Macrame headwinds maybe is what they meant. So there you go. Excellent. I love that pun. Good dad joke. I give you the old dad joke thumbs up on that one for this morning. So excellent. All right. So anyway, so Etsy was one that I just thought I'd mention. They used to actually trade well. They actually had good trading volume. It's been a while though since they've been a good trading stock. Speaking of walks down memory lane, Peloton. Remember them?
Of
We
course.
used to love to trade Peloton. PTON was a great stock in its day, but those times seem to be behind us. Anyways, they missed their numbers again in the quarter. The CEO has left. They're cutting another 15% of all the remaining jobs, which I don't know how many are left, but 15% of them are disappearing. Anyways, yeah, not good news over at Peloton HQ. And they're down 10% on some decent volume though this morning. So I don't know. Maybe they'll get the volume. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think, did we talk about Yes, we did do Wayfair, Fresh, Fastly. Yep, that's it. So we talked about all the rest of the earnings I wanted to cover.
Yeah.
I'm
Excellent.
interested to see what you guys have, though. If out there in YouTube you got some other tickers that you want us to cover, let us know. That'd be good. And of course, in the chat room, Apple. I see. You know what, Jeff? We should have talked about Apple a little bit. It had some. The other ones I should mention, by the way, not only Apple, because it moved a lot with the market yesterday, but Amazon. I had a great trade on Amazon yesterday. Ended up taking it off the low of the day through the rate announcement, and it had a great move up. So I think Amazon is one that might be worth keeping an eye on today. Of course, my good buddies in the semiconductor sector with AMD and Nvidia also might be worth keeping a nice eye on. So we'll see what happens here, but yeah, I think those are all potentially in play. So yeah, Apple. Does Apple have any specific news? Let me check it out. I haven't looked at it so far this morning.
Yeah, sure they do.
Let's see. What are their earnings?
They will be on my list.
I don't think they had their earnings yet. Is it after?
No, it's tonight. Yeah, it's tonight.
Yeah, there you go. So okay, so there you go. That's why you did mention that earlier. Yeah, it's a big one. So yeah, you know what? They might move ahead of earnings. Typically, it's a little more muted as people position for the earnings. So, but it can't hurt to keep an eye on them just in case they get some price action. So yeah.
There's some stocks like this one who are so heavily traded that even though their earnings are not out yet, they will be in play today. We'll get some movement out of them. But yeah, let's take a look here. Apple's on my list for sure. Thank you for mentioning that one, guys. And so much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Some messages are still coming in. So thank you so much for that, guys. Really appreciate you all. Let's look at MU from Des M. So MU this morning. What's going on with MU? Seems, what's the volume about? 2.6 million shares traded right now. And I don't see that in the charts at all. Yesterday we had it. Again, this move was so weird. By the way, Powell crushed it yesterday. He did so well on his. He was snappy. He was spicy. I mean, it's not the regular Powell that we usually see. I was hearing the entire thing, and he did well.
All that media training that I'm convinced he's had media training. If you remember Powell from when he started in the job, as you said, Carlos, he does so much better at these. It's less exciting, frankly, but he manages those questions a lot better. Notwithstanding his breakdown when was that? That was late last year when he had the close the effing door moment. But other than that, but yeah. I don't see any big news on MU. I mean, they are. I don't know. There's lots of little news articles on them. Apparently, MU's got a pair of AI smartphones that they've produced that apparently are suck memory, so they're not getting good reviews. But other than that, I don't see anything big on MU.
Yeah. I don't see anything here. Again, we're volume for the most part. If it comes up under scanners, we can take a look at it, but I won't be adding it to my list right now. Let's head over back to the chat here. We have Apple, we have MU.
I see on YouTube Boeing. A couple of mentions of Boeing might be worth taking a look at.
Yeah, Boeing yesterday, again, a lot of these companies just took off. Boeing took off yesterday as well, had a really nice intraday action, and then it came back down a little bit. What do you think about this morning, Peter, you saying?
Yeah, there's a couple of sort of almost secondary news articles, but combined it might make Boeing interesting. They had a $10 billion secondary note, a senior note offering. Um, 10 billion for Boeing is not that big, so it's not that dilutive. So it's it's interesting, but not significant. What's also interesting though is that there's rumors that Embraer, which is like sort of like they're not in the same category as the big two, right? Like if you
Right.
think giant commercial jets, there's only two companies that produce them, right? We've got Airbus and we've got Boeing. But Embraer is thinking that hey, they might want to get into the large commercial jet market. Whether they will or not is uncertain. It's a rumor, not a fact. But a new competitor would be interesting in this market. But based on the challenges we've seen, with Boeing and occasionally with Airbus, although they've been very quiet recently, that may not be a good idea for them. It's a very tough market, and it's very tough to get those jets because let's face it, you got to build a product that has heavy design constraints and requirements while it's got to last for like 50 years. So
Yeah, not
anyways,
easy business to get into. That's for sure.
it's not. I mean, and it seems to be a big leap from going from small and mid-sized jets to the jumbos, right? So, anyways, it's just rumor, but who knows if that has an impact? Maybe it will on Boeing today. So, those are the news articles I saw that might affect it. So, yeah, it might be interesting. You never know. Boeing can like be randomly interesting. So,
Yeah, I think I'm gonna add it on here. Maybe as a secondary, right? I'll be ready for it. But it traded well yesterday, like many stocks did when they got the nice little bounce there. So I'll add Boeing to a secondary list here as well. All right, friends. Let me see. Dash we did cover. I don't like the way Dash trades. It could be very horrible. But they do have earnings today. It's on our list here. Down 8.2. So we have space on our secondary list. Can I throw it on here? Absolutely. They got the volume 2.8. Down 8%. Yeah, let's put it on here and see where that leads to. Friends, if
it,
you haven't done so, yeah, go ahead, Peter.
I was going to say, it doesn't look bad as we talked about it earlier. It doesn't look bad pre-market. My experience has been though that it actually sort of dies off when the market opens rather than picks up. But hey, like I said, it's one of those. I seem to have a long list today of things that I'm willing to put on that secondary, and if they don't prove to have that volume and price action that I'm looking for at the open, I will dump them pretty quickly and go back to my good old standbys. So.
Yeah. All right, excellent. Friends over on YouTube, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up. We really, really appreciate it. Let's get over to our community events and announcements and see what's going on there. You can always check that yourself as well if you want to be interested in what's happening. Head over to barewoodtraders.com. And once you click on this webinar spot up here, it's going to take you over to what's happening for the next 2 weeks. And today is Thursday. So Thursday, we got mentorship with the new mentorship with Lenny starting today as well at 4 p.m. every week. So that's going to be exciting to see. That's his first one, guys. So let's definitely make sure we go to that and give him. Is it his first one, Peter? I believe it is, right?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah. If it is, that's
First of this series, absolutely. Yeah, it is,
yeah.
and so that's going to be exciting because we're adding it into our mentorship series, and this will be the first week that we're doing it. So we normally had 3, now we got 4. Look at this. So we start the mentorship day with John at 11. It's usually a small group. It's great if you've got questions that you want to get answered, especially if you're relatively new. He loves sort of helping new traders sort of get started and kicked off. So feel free to join there. These are all happen, by the way, in the webinar room. So you can join John at 11, sorry. And then midday, we have Jared and Megan, and then talk options. That happens at 2 o'clock today. And then at 4 o'clock, Lenny doing his first ever, like we were talking about, mentorship right after the close. So that'll be in the webinar room. So it may be good to join there. Maybe while you're watching earnings and seeing what's happening, you can talk with Lenny and get some questions answered. And I'm sure he'll give you some great insight on that. And then, of course, as always, we continue to close the day with Thor and his Thursday mentorship. So those are the 4 sessions now that we have here on Thursdays. I can't believe it's Thursday. You know what? I've been in a brain
Yes.
fog now for a little over a week. So It feels like Thursday last week to me, honestly, because it's the first time I honestly feel like I can focus on things. So we'll see what happens here. But
Yeah.
anyways, if you want to join us, we were talking already about tradingterminal.com, who are the sponsors of this pre-market show. Please, visit them and check out all that they have to offer. And if you want to join us here at Bearable Traders, we'd love to have you. We got a number of membership options. You can use anything from our intro offer to the basic or elite monthly program or the elite annual. I will mention, if you're on YouTube and you want to try us out as well, right? We'd love to have you. We check out the comments. Make sure that you're commenting actively in there, and we will provide some comments to give you a link to a special YouTube deal that you can take advantage of that really gives you access, because we would love you to check out the chat room. I mean, there's a lot more fun and excitement than just what we show you here, and the live trading, by the way, right? The live trading that we give you sort of just a little taste of in the morning. That 30 minutes goes all day. And we always have a lot of fun, plus, provide active market commentary and observations as to what's happening, as well as analysis. So check it out. Check out the comments in here. It gets posted by our team members here, and they'll give you an idea of what you can take advantage of, even for a better intro offer. So we'd love to see you in our room, as we said, if you're out there on YouTube. And don't forget, you give us the thumbs up and the likes. It helps let Carlos and I know that we're on the right track, and we're helping keeping your morning active and valuable. All right. So with that, we got some levels to set, and we're running short of time because I was busy celebrating Carlos's birthday for too long. I'm all excited and feeling good again. So anyways, Carlos, over to you for levels.
All right. Excellent, friends. All right. Let's get levels in place here, people. Let's start with, let's see here. We have Carvana. So, and I did find that picture. Let's see if I could bring it up here. Peter, here's your picture. I know we're running late on time, but we got time for this. This is important. Here's Peter's picture when he passed by and stopped traffic at one of the Carvana's
there you go.
Towers here.
I was so excited to see that. Yeah, we were in the. I was in an Uber at the time, so I wasn't driving, but yeah, I'm like, look at that! It's an actual Carvana like vending machine just off the highway there, and that's in Vegas. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I was desperate to go to the bottom of it, but the Uber wasn't about to turn around. You could see we were sitting in traffic. So.
Yeah, glad you stay safe.
Next time I'll go visit one, and just for you guys, like I'll slip my credit card in and see if I can get myself a cheap car.
Absolutely. All right, friends, let's get to it. So speaking of Carvana, here's Carvana in play today, guys, heavily up 36%, 920,000 shares traded. And we're going to mark the high of the pre-market here over at 122.25, and then towards the bottom is going to be over at 116. So there's our two levels, highs and lows of the last two trading days there, of the high of the pre-market high. Towards the bottom, guys, again, big gap up. So we don't have a lot of levels on here. Let's go to the left. I'm going to look at a weekly now. And then we're going all the way to 2022. So I'm going to zoom in here, and we're going to look at this level 104. It's a good one on this weekly chart. So we'll mark that down. Towards the bottom, we have another area around 97.90. And then let's focus on the top. We're going to have 133.92, and then right up here 148.99. These are some really far numbers, but again, we moved quite a lot this morning, so it's not far-fetched if we get some good movements out of here today. So there it is. I like the volume so far this morning. The gap up is pretty big. I think it's going to be heavily in play today. Yeah, my camera's frozen. The battery dies, so when it dies, it just freezes on whatever the last image was, and I'm frozen right now, and I'll make sure to charge it for tomorrow. All right, friends.
He's reveling in that fist of power, and he's got the pose. At least he had a good pose, right? Usually when I get frozen, I get some like open, slack mouth, droopy eyed pose. But Carlos has got the power pose. So look at that.
Timing worked well this time around. Yeah, it's usually not the case. You're right. Beautiful. Baba, guys, Baba is up slightly. It's more of a possible, more of a secondary. The volume is not all quite there, only 495,000. We'll keep some levels here. High of the pre-market 77.97. The low is going to be down at 77.12. So that's right around here. We'll mark this one there. There's a lot of Chinese tickers on our gap up list. So I don't like all of these. I do like Baba quite a bit. So I'll watch them in case there's some kind of action happening today. Guys, quick reminder, we'll be trading live after me and Peter hop off here. Brian and Andrew are up next, trading live, taking you through the market open for about an hour or so. So definitely join in. Paris might join later at 10, so we'll get to see his trades and how he's trading. But live trading happening right on this channel. So make sure you hit that thumbs up. Our goal every day is 200 likes. We're sitting just shy of it right now at 156. So definitely smack that thumbs up. Help us get to that goal this morning. All right, above the pre-market high at 77.97. We are looking at 178.97 as well as another area. So $1 above the pre-market high, you have another area there of support and resistance that I definitely want to mark down. Once you do that, you are set on Carvana. Tesla here. Tesla's going to be easy because it's stuck between the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. Don't really have to add too much. We'll do the pre-market high at 183. 185.50, pre-market low at 181.25. Once you do that, don't need to add anything else. I mean, you're stuck between the highs and lows here of the last 2 trading days. Looking forward to see how that's going to trade. We do get some decent volume. We've seen better volume out of them in the pre-market, but that 1.6 is not too bad. Qcom, I'm gonna bring this down. I'm not a big fan of it. We'll do levels for it, but I'm probably not gonna be watching it. We'll see. 175.79 high of the pre-market. The low is at 171.52. Moving to the left here, you can see how that high and low of the pre-market are doing some really great stuff there, right? So that's obviously some levels we respected in the past. Above the pre-market high, we do what 177.52. And then towards the bottom, highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. Here is Fastly, man. Look at this drop. This is going to be nice today. Down 37%. Weakness is still coming in. Low of the pre-market, new low of the pre-market created at 810. We'll slam a level there. Towards the top, the high of the pre-market at the moment is 910. So 910, we'll slam one there as well. And as we head to the left, to the left, even more to the left. Hold on. What's the last time we were here? 52-week low that we're slamming into now. We're looking at a weekly going back to 22, the summer of 22 looks like, or September 2022. Next low we have is 719, and then from there we don't go back down for a very long time. I'm not going to worry too much about that. But yeah, this is that is what you have right now, man. We're definitely looking pretty bad as far as the weakness. Last but not least is going to be our good buddy Apple, and this will be a good one here because they have earnings tonight. So if we don't get anything good tonight, in the market open tonight, we'll get some action out of it for sure. 173.11 is the high of the pre-market. 170.50 is the low of the pre-market. Once you do that, friends, you're covered. Highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. Do not need to add anything else there this morning. All right, friends. Andrew's ready to go. I see him chatting up on YouTube and getting you guys all excited for the live trading. Moderators list. Where's our moderators? Quickly look at this, and then we'll have Brian and Andrew hop on, and we'll switch over to them. Quickly here, guys. Susan looking at Apple, AMD, and Tesla. Thor, AMD, Amazon, SPYs, and the Qs. Obviously, look at the SPYs overall. 505 and 503 are key levels. Andrew's list today, Tesla, Nvidia, and AMD, so very tight list there. He's also adding Carvana to that as well. Our good buddy Pierre, welcome to the team. AMD, Apple, Nvidia, and Carvana. Eamon not liking much today. Mike, just watching the morning, troubleshooting some computer issues. Jared, looking at Carvana today. Brian, the man of the hour, who will be trading live next. Amazon, Apple, Nvidia, Fastly. Peter, one SPAC for today. And your list this morning, AMD, Apple, Tesla, Carvana, and Qcom alongside Dash. So again, nice list this morning for Peter. All right, friends, stick here as we transition over. Peter, anything that we might have missed?
I think we got it covered. Again, happy birthday, Carlos. We're so happy that you're here with us on this special day for you. And
Thank you.
Again, hope you have a good one. And trade smart, everybody. We'll don't forget, we've got the live trading. Carlos is going to make the transition over now. So, we want to encourage you. As we said, questions are always great, right? We do our best to get to those questions all the time, especially when you're in the chat. Don't be afraid to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them either in text right back to you, or we'll answer them verbally right when we see them. So it is live, because every once in a while we get, is this really live? It is really live. We're really live talking to you about what's going on here. So, and I don't think Carlos has got a birthday plan to shave the beard. No, I think it's
No, there's I was messing around with my wife that maybe I should do it, and she's like, "Don't go crazy with it." So we'll see. We'll see. Eventually, it's got to come off. It can't stay on forever. It's got to come off eventually.
Vasilis. Yeah, well, keep it. Yeah, I think it's you now, Carlos. I wouldn't recognize you without it. Yeah, Vasilis is asking over YouTube. He said, "Did I have some of the weird tea?" Look, I had the less weird tea. I had some lemon, ginger, and honey tea, I guess you can call it. There's really no tea in it, but in
Yeah.
hot water, and it was awesome. I actually, I don't know whether it did any good or not, but I don't normally drink hot liquids, but that was good. The whole like boiled onion thing or the garlic tea did not do that. I will admit I didn't go that far. So there you go. So anyway, all right. So you can always grow it back. Yeah, it's a lot of work growing it back, though. You get that itchy part if you've never had a beard. There's always these points where it's good, and then it gets itchy, and then it grows out past a certain length, and you're good again, and then it gets itchy. And anyways, so I've had beards for like 40 years now.
All right. I see Andrew's on, so I'm just gonna switch the audio over to him because we can hear him right now. Hear him, see him lips moving, but we can't hear him just yet. I'm gonna
All right.
switch over to him. Guys over on YouTube, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the birthday wishes. Really appreciate it. We're gonna go live now with Andrew in the chat here.
There you go, Joshua. Survive the itch. All right, trade smart, everybody.
Market rallied significantly after Feds and then really sold off because of the fear of Japanese yen. And for those of you who don't know what's happening with the Japanese yen is Japan has always kept the interest rate low. And a lot of people think that the very low interest rate of Japanese yen, which is almost negative interest rate, caused a lot of people to borrow significantly Japanese yen, as much like trillions of dollars, and then convert it to USD and everywhere. Now that the exchange rate is going up and up and up, these people who actually use that, they have to do the reverse carry trade. They have to bring the money back so they can cover their high interest rate yen. And a lot of people think that it can trigger a collapse in the financial market because that's just a huge amount of foreign currency needs to be converted to Japanese yen. That's a theory again. Nobody really exactly knows what it is. So yesterday, Japanese yen had a huge drop and then bounced back. And a lot of people think that the Bank of Japan is manipulating the market. So
they're trying to support their currency basically because the yen is trading at levels not seen for decades.
Yeah.
So,
but anyway, market seems that it's bouncing back now. We have a few minutes to the open. I'm going to look at the Carvana for opening range breakup. Let's see how it's traded. It's been a really, really long time that we traded Carvana, and it was really a lower price stock. Now it's at $120. Apple is also super interesting for a potential opening range breakup. Let's see if you can get a pullback around that.
Yeah, Apple's looking interesting. Yeah. All right.
So craziness in the...
Yeah, I shorted Tesla. I had a personal thing to go to in the afternoon, but I shorted Tesla when it was up around 186. And then I looked at the end of the day, and that's when the market tanked. I thought, great.
It was unbelievable yesterday. Like that move on yesterday was unbelievable. And we are talking about trillions of dollars going up and down. It's just, this is no joke. That's why it's the best time to be a trader. Best time to be the trader. Look at that. We're talking about trillions and trillions of dollars volatility going up and down. From 500 to 508 and then drop like that. This is the best time to be a day trader. But you need to know how to trade and to really capitalize on this kind of moves. If you don't know what to trade, then this could be actually very dangerous. So the most important criteria for a starting play is going to be the gap up or gap down. So if anything that doesn't gap up or gap down much, we consider that's kind of not in play. Of course, the volume is number one of that.
Meta's dropping. I think they're introducing some kind of social media legislation. Meta just dropped a
Carvana
lot.
stays above the VWAP could be good opening range breakup. This Carvana is the earning, huh?
Yes. Just watching F-SLY for possible rising devil trade. No trade yet.
No trade yet. All right, so market opened. Let's see where the volume is. Nothing on Carvana yet.
Apple's selling off. Amazon's bouncing back.
Where's the volume? Nvidia is interesting for volume. There's big ask at 847. Oh, there you go, popped up. Tesla opened a strong too. Carvana, still no volume on Carvana.
Apple's dropping. Interesting. I'm short some F-SLY for a rising devil trade here.
FXY. Yeah, it's pretty bad. This is really bad. No rush, guys. So we're gonna find something.
We're just gonna cover some F-SLY. It's down so much right now. 798.
It's popping up. You need the hangover from yesterday.
mRNA.
Huge ask at 46. Yeah.
AMD
wants to go up. Yeah, I kind of missed the AMD and Tesla. Especially AMD was very nice. I missed it. Let's see. Oh, Carvana's volume is now coming. Losing the VWAP. Carvana could be a short. It's really lost the VWAP.
One of the things about Carvana, it had a really high short interest. I don't know if it still does.
Yeah. Most likely a short to squeeze, but
there we go.
AMD was nice. I missed the AMD, unfortunately.
Here we go. I'm gonna cover some more F-SLY.
Nvidia is going to go to R3, 851, 852. I missed this opening range breakouts. That was really good. We had some really, really nice, decent trades. Fortunately, missed the AMD and Nvidia. All of them are good. FOMO for now. Serious FOMO is happening. AMD gives us a pullback. Shit. Give us a pullback, please. Yeah, as I mentioned, guys, serious FOMO going on right now. Let's see if...
here's your pullback. AMD does some wicked pullbacks.
Yeah, well, my concern is market is Carvana is going up. Carvana potential opening range break up, but the volume is very light on Carvana. Oh, there you go. See, Carvana is popping up in 119.
There's your pullback on AMD. Almost.
Yeah, I'm trying to
I'm
see.
I'm long some Apple too. Just seems like it's trying to break out high
Oh
of
yeah,
day here.
Apple is interesting. See what the market is doing. It's probably hitting low. If I
Yeah,
want to
keep
trust this,
I'm getting out of Apple. I don't like it's about flat. I'm flat on Apple. Just still have some FSLI, but it's seems to be trying to find some support here. Ooh, big pullback on Tesla. Amazon's looking a little bit dicey.
the pullback is interesting. The only concern is that the market is really selling off. So he's heading down. Yeah, no trade for me, guys. 5 minutes, no trade, which is quite a.
AMD just lost VWAP.
I also didn't really sleep last night. Jet lag stuff,
Shit.
so I don't trust my cognitive decision making that much. So what I'm thinking is maybe just take it chill today.
Man, I wish I'd have been watching Meta. Damn.
What is Meta doing? Selling off?
Yeah. It's down at S3 though, as Thor is pointing out.
Zuck.
There's something about some social media legislation that's going to pass in the States.
It's not AMD are so jerky.
Yeah.
Microsoft. Yeah, let's see what Microsoft is up to. Stuff is also garbage. Nvidia looks like it wants to pop up. I want to get a longer Nvidia. I'll see where we're getting Nvidia.
So right at R3, it rejected R3 on Nvidia, but doesn't mean it can't pull back and then keep going.
Let's see if I'm adding more on the Nvidia. Let's see if we can get a breakout. It looks like it wants to pop up.
Yeah, kind of does, eh?
Let's see if we can do 855. I got a partial fill on that. Cancel that order. 855. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Should I partial? A little bit more. Give us a little bit more. Yes, 856. Now I'm partialing out. I had 2,000 shares. Very nice. Yeah, I think it's going to go higher. So I might actually look at it here. AMD long as well, heavy long. That's Jared, also really good trade on AMD as well. The Nvidia is going to go up. Excellent. What about YouTube, guys? What did you take that trade? Let's see if Nvidia actually holding. My stop loss is at now at break even, average 850, 84. Let's continue going up.
Yeah, I'm out of. I'm out of the rest of FSLI. So
yeah, was it a good short?
Yeah, it was okay. It's just now it's top popping back up, so didn't follow through to the downside.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, guys, I'm sitting. I really didn't sleep last night. I'm super. Carlos, if you see that, the pre-market show is a wrong screen. You got to fix that. Let's see if Nvidia popping up more. Nice.
Nvidia's got lots of bids to the ass to the upside here.
AMD was a really nice trade, Jared, as well. So again, this ABCD pattern to squeeze above the VWAP, that was a very nice trade. So yeah, that's not doing anything. Carlos
Tesla.
is Brian, is it possible that you stop sharing your screen?
I can do that. Sure.
Yeah, stop sharing your screen because I want to see in YouTube feed. Maybe
Okay.
it's better.
Done.
All right, so Nvidia is coming down to my break-even point. I'm 75% out of it, but yeah, I'm getting out of Nvidia, guys. I'm all out of Nvidia at the break-even point.
Short Tesla. 181.70. Kind of a late entry.
Yeah. So I'm all out of Nvidia, guys. So I had a really nice scalp for $5,800. That was pretty decent, considering that market is a little bit weak right now. Even though gapped up, but it's selling off.
Here we go. Okay, I'm going to cover some here. 181 on Tesla.
Yeah, nice.
There we go. Filled.
So,
Amazon. Yeah, Amazon's breaking out. You're right, Brendan.
pretty long. Yeah, Pierre got a really nice trade on Nvidia. Let's see what Pierre did. Absolutely nice. Tesla weakness. What's Carvana doing? Is Carvana selling off, huh? Amazon. Yeah, Amazon was nice. Amazon daily chart also looks really nice. Was to break out. Amazon daily chart is also super strong. Qcom. I didn't look at the Qcom, but let's see. It's up 9%. Wow, that's good. Yeah, Qcom is nice too. Just missed the boat, I think, on Qcom. Nice, Cathy. Very nice. Well done, Karim. It's a really good trade. Yeah, Qcom was super.
Big bid at 183 on Amazon. I'm long there.
That one's good so far. What's AMD doing? AMD sold up too, so there's not a lot of momentum for the usual suspects to go up. The SPY is weak.
Just looking for close to PDC, maybe 180.50 on Tesla.
That wants to go red, huh?
What wants to go red?
Tesla looks like it wants to go red.
Yeah.
Nvidia is coming back up. Again, I don't trust Nvidia that much. Paris did a really nice trade on Amazon. Super nice. So long open, stopped out, and then yeah. Oh yeah, Nvidia is now going to go for the break of 5 today. Again, it's tough. Holding it through this pullback was tough. So I'm not going to get back in there. Sometimes it happens. It stops you out and then goes back. It's also closed at a 5-minute as a doji, so it's kind of funky. I don't want to trade it again. I had a scalp on it. Not the super profit that I was hoping, but
All right.
it's a few.
I just sold some Amazon 182.82.
Nice. So Amazon's super nice. Yeah.
Amazon's still got that big a big ask at 183. I'm hoping it gets there. Expecting it to get there.
Yeah, Amazon turned out to be a very nice trade. The people caught in the chat room. Very, very nice. Amazon daily chart is also super strong. Like it really near all-time high. It wants to break toward all-time high. So
Yeah, thanks, Brendan, for flagging that. Here we go. 183.
it's very beautiful. Yeah. XPEV, nothing. ENVX, garbage. Fastly's garbage. Meta, garbage.
Fastly not doing
Microsoft.
anything. Okay, here
God.
comes Tesla. We're gonna drop some more here, hopefully.
Let's go red, huh? Yeah, it looks like it wants to go red.
Well, there's a big bid at 180, 50 and 180. I don't know if it's gonna get there though. Let's see.
Yeah, I think most likely it's gonna go there. I mean, I'm tempted to short it, but its risk to reward is not there. Like it's really in the middle of where, yeah. I'm very tempted to short that because it's probably gonna go test the previous day close, but Carvana. Yeah, let's see what Carvana is doing. Yeah, Carvana doesn't have that much volume that I was expecting to get. Like the order flow is not really there. That's why it's super choppy. You know, each candlestick is like 3%. CGC, yeah, CGC is hitting a scanner too. Again, these wheat companies are going up because more legalization by the federal government, apparently. So,
well, it's just they're changing the rumor is they're going to change its classification.
yeah, from a Schedule A, which is the highly controlled substance.
I think from Schedule 4 to Schedule 2 or something.
I think Schedule 1, Schedule A, I think something like that. Anyways, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Come on, Tesla. I'm gonna cover some more here at 180.77.
What's your average on short Tesla?
180.170. Not a great. I didn't get a great entry. I just kind of got it when it started to break down. I didn't get a great fill.
Oh, sure. You want to see good short AMD is selling off. AMD again on the daily chart is super weak, and most likely it's going to continue going lower.
Yeah, SPY looks like it's going to lose this level here. It's low of day right now. Here we go. Here we go. This is what I want. Yes. Going to cover some more. Covering some more.
Nice, guys. The market is super weak, guys. So be mindful. You know, taking long positions like the SPY and Qs and IWM, they're all losing the gains of the pre-market. So a little bit of a weakness in the market. I don't know. I mean, I'm up $5,800 on that scalp that I did on Nvidia. But I'm not really 100% sure if I want to take another trade. Again, I also didn't sleep last night, so I'm really, really feeling sick. And my cognitive ability is super, super bad. And again, this is important to know when you're not feeling good. Take a smaller share size, or don't trade, or just watch the market. I'll be back in a second, Brian. Just go quickly get some coffee.
Yeah, no worries. Go take some mushrooms. Shroom up. Look at that view. At least we get to enjoy the view. Stanley Park, the marina, mountains in the background. Looks good. And the handsome Andrew Aziz. My view, not anywhere near as interesting. All right. Well, Tesla's still holding yesterday's close. Dang. Still have a few shares left to see if we get to 180. I think it's going to lose it here, maybe. Yeah, exactly. I've got the ocean view too. Wow, look at this. Q SPY selling off. See, I knew it. SPY was going to lose that low of day there. Okay, here we go. We're going to lose 180 now on Tesla. It's going to probably try to hold here again, this low of day. PDC level, previous day close. Nvidia is right at sort of pre-market low right now. Might bounce from here. SPY, we've definitely lost. I know our AVI was flagging that 503 level on the SPY. I had 502.87. It's close enough. We lost that level. All right, just got a fill there on Tesla at 180, just under. Look at that bounce. Look at that bounce on Nvidia. Right exactly where you would expect it, right at that sort of 840 level. That was the pre-market. That was sort of in the pre-market low level.
Mr. Pazim,
Sure.
just see the Tesla went to previous day close as expected.
I know. I just got out of the rest. I'm out of the rest of my shares.
He's also doing exactly what we were expecting to do. I should have bought.
I say, yeah, I know. I should have. I don't know why I didn't buy Nvidia off that 840 level. Jeez.
Today's kind of it's not a super great day, actually. I kind of don't like it. Really, I don't like anything. If Nvidia comes above the VWAP, might take it for a long as a potential opening range breakout to short to squeeze. But let's see if it survives the getting above the VWAP. Yes, Rick. So if you're a lifetime member for Peak Capital, we give you a discount. So all the lifetime members, if they want to join the Peak Capital Bootcamp, we'll give you a discount. Email me and then we'll send you the discounts. It's about 25-30% discount for if you're already a lifetime member. And guys, we're going to start next Monday. So if anyone wants to last minute join us, you're welcome to join. We have few spots available. We're starting May 6th in 4 days. We added options trading as well. So your package comes with 3 months of simulator, 2 accounts, options trading, and journaling, and all the mentorships and everything that we have. So looking forward. Daniel, we don't have the lifetime membership anymore. So we discontinued the lifetime membership. And, there are some members that in the past, they have it. Just email me, Rick. Or what about this? Which information about Peak Capital, peakcapitaltrading.com, or email me and Mike. We can send you the information. Yeah, of course. Yeah, just email me or check the website peakcapitaltrading.com. This is it's going to be one of the best bootcamps that we have. Again, we have Avi, Lenny added. The senior traders, Eamon there, and all other team members as well. So
interesting. BA is at yesterday's high right now. I think I know Jared and I did a very similar trade. We sold 160 puts. I think we, no, I'm pretty sure Jared still has his. I still have mine. They expire tomorrow.
All right, so Nvidia is getting interesting. Now it's slowly building up this engulfing. So if it comes above, I'm going to actually buy some Nvidia here at 848. I want to see if we can potentially get above the VWAP before I actually wait to go up. I want to anticipate that a little bit.
Tesla now is red on the day. Dang it.
Let's see if Nvidia can fight back the VWAP.
Yeah, markets are trying to bounce here. Maybe put in a higher low on the SPY and maybe one on the Qs as well.
AMD is continuing down. I think AMD wants to go to the previously low.
Yeah, I think same with Tesla. There's a big ask at 179 as well.
Carvana, Light, a really, really good friend of. Yeah, Light. I don't know. I don't like the volume and order flow on Carvana. I was expecting it to be a little bit more crazy, but see what Nvidia is doing. It's great. I'm adding a little more Nvidia on this pullback. Let's see if it's going to go back up to the VWAP or not. Yeah, I am long, unfortunately, Nvidia, and I might actually give all the profit back. So let's see if Nvidia is gonna. This candlestick on 5-minute turned out to be very bullish, but it looks like it rejected the VWAP and doesn't have any momentum to go up. So I might actually have to probably take a big loss on this. Let's see. And again, I should have really stayed away from this Nvidia. That doesn't look like that drop and then this bounce. Yeah, it's not a great. Let's see if you give me a chance and I get out of it at the break even. Let's see. Give me a chance. Exactly, Kyle. I need to do a takeoff. Let's see if market gives me one opportunity to get out of this trade. It goes back to 849, test the VWAP. I want to get out of this.
Well, the Qs are moving back up now, which is good for your trade.
But it's really a messy trade. Like I really shouldn't have that trade. Like in this drop and this bounce, it's just choppy. I really had to stay away from it. So again, bad decision making, no sleep. Now he wants to go all in on Amazon.
I want to go. Oh God, it's back up again.
John looks like he wants. Yeah, it looks like he wants to break it higher.
I want some of my shares back on Tesla. My shorts. It's going to go to 179 now.
AMD is going down really nicely. Wow, AMD might bounce.
Come down to, yeah, it's right at yesterday's low right now.
Oh shit, Nvidia is going down. Fuck. That's I'm gonna get a stopped out on Nvidia soon. It's gonna bounce back. Just leave me with a big pain. Yeah, it was a bad, fully bad trade. I'm getting stopped out on Nvidia, guys. A very big loss. I give not only all the profit back, but I'm down. Now it's gonna bounce back. See, I'm gonna do that. But anyways, I'm down. I'm down a lot. BTC is the previous day close, guys. Oh, damn, Google breaking out. Ah, shit. Did you see what a great day I had and then messed it up?
Serious FOMO on Tesla. Should still be in that. Damn.
So I'm out of Nvidia, guys. So my $6,000 win turned out to be a $13,000 loss. It was a bigger size. So you are welcome. You are very, very welcome.
Man. It's just so hard to quit trading when you know you should, though.
It's really bad. That was not even at the trade book. Like, why do you jump in long onto that thing after this? Greed, lack of. I think it would be a little bit of lack of discipline. I don't think it was greed. It's not that I needed the money, but I really made a mistake. And I took a bigger size, so again, it's revenge trading as well. So it might be a reversal eventually at below 142. It's gonna sell off. Tesla is also going down way. Really nice.
Yeah,
There we go.
man. I don't know where the bottom is on Tesla.
Yeah, probably 175, I think, huh?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. Really gave up all the gains that they had. But look at Nvidia. Now if I was still long in Nvidia, it would have been a very disastrous trade. You got to get out of, guys. I know it's painful. I know nobody wants to go through that thing, but if I was still holding Nvidia, it would have been a disastrous trade. So
yeah, no kidding.
Get out of it. You can always get back in there. Commissions are cheap. Accept that loss. Yeah, that's the only way. All the people who survive trading in the leadership team that you see, like Mike, John, Thor, Paris, and stuff, they all have one thing in common. Look at all their trades; they get stopped out. Like I've never seen a trade from Thor that doesn't get stopped out as planned, or Paris, or John. You always have to get stopped out. Yeah, today is going long on anything is a bit difficult because market is really setting off now. I think SPY is going to go red now. So we gave up 1%, IWM 1%, Q's almost 1%. So massacre happening right now.
And just Tesla is not bouncing at all. It's just.
I think S4 potentially is a good bounce on it at 176, 194. I think I might actually take Tesla and bounce from S4. If it goes to 176.50, I think now it's really getting extended. So potentially thinking on 5-minute chart, I have it at 176.50, maybe below that. Then I take a potentially you can buy some calls or you can sell some. Today is Thursday, so there's not a lot of yeah.
There's a bit of a bounce there.
What's your day, Brian? I'm down $13,000, bleeding.
I had an okay day. I mean, I traded that F slide. I made some money on it. It wasn't great, but I got to Amazon through 183 and the Tesla short.
Nvidia, huh?
Qs are bouncing.
These EVs turn out to be super garbage, like XPEV, and there's no really liquidity and volume on that. Meta is super garbage. Microsoft is meh. Did Amazon broke out? No, rejected that.
And try a short on Tesla at 178.35.
Amazon looks like it wants to go back up. I don't know. I don't trust anything today. I am.
All right, hello friends over on YouTube. So right now you're watching Andrew and Brian trading live. So make sure you hit that thumbs up and help us get some support here. Some questions over in chat to answer very quickly as we go back to the live stream. So Mr. Solution, yeah, when the market's selling off like this, it's very tough to get into trades because everything feels like a chase, right? So that's one of the issues that we come across. So you got to be careful with that. And you just got to wait for a pullback. And in some cases, you know, there might not be a great trade if there's no great setup for you. So it's tough when something's running like that. It's very, very difficult to jump in a trade, right? So another question here. I am done for the day. Oh, Stefan, excellent, man. Great trading day. Looks like you had a good day on Tesla and Nvidia. Yeah, if you went short early, you did very well. So good stuff there. Anything else, guys? Hit that thumbs up. We're going to continue live for another probably till 10:30. So stick with us. You know, it's not an easy day. Andrew's having a tough time trading. I think being tired as well doesn't help, right? So he did mention this himself already. Not being in the right rested state can affect your trade. So a good lesson to learn. If you're tired, you know when to not trade. But yeah, guys, thanks so much. Keep hitting that thumbs up. Really appreciate it. We're gonna go back live with Andrew and Brian.
Yeah, we need to go back. All right, so here's the deal. If Tesla goes to S4, I might actually take a reversal on that.
Still holding some Tesla short. Let's see if we get back to 177. I don't know if it's going to go there, but we'll just stick with it here. I'm going to cover some more here at 177.55. Oh, I like that ad.
Yes.
Like getting
They're going to go red. Wow. Market gave up all the profit. Wow, shit. Weakness, huh?
Here we go. Might put a double bottom in here. We're kind of in that spot, S3, S4. And we've already been here once. What's the low on the day is 177.18.
No, I think it's going to break the lows. I think it's going to go to S4.
Yeah,
I'm buying it at S4.
Yeah, Qs are flushing. Regan just pointed out Qs are dropping again. Qs have actually gone green on the day, or red on the day, I should say. SPY is right at PDC.
Tesla goes to S4. potential reversal on that. Let's see.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. covering some more here. Yeah.
Are you short Tesla?
Yeah, I'm all out. I reshorted it when it popped at 170.
Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna get some long here at 176.60. Ready. So I'm gonna get that long. I think there is a potential for a bounce on Tesla. Stop loss would be below 176. See if you can get a bounce. You might actually do a double bottom here, so might go up and then test this low again.
Yeah, I'm all out on my short, on that reshort, on that pop up. Anybody take that trade with me? That was really good add back. Nice.
Which one?
Nice, Aaron. Just when Tesla popped back up around 10:04. That's why I reshorted it.
Oh yeah. That's the type of trade that Paris does in short reshorting and these pullbacks. Yeah. Let's see if Tesla is gonna go bounce or not. I want to go lower. No way.
There's still some orders down there.
Oh, there is a very big level here. Actually, if I knew this level, I think if you go back to February 5th, there is this 175.20. I think we were going to test this level. So I might actually get out of that Tesla and then try to. This 175.30 is a level, potentially. It's a better level, actually. Let's see what we're going to do.
Yeah, this one's, I think 176 sort of 40 is an area.
All right, let's see if you can actually get that bounce on it. I'm going to add more on Tesla here, see if you can get a quick bounce on this S4. May or may not be the best decision of my life. It's a little bit for cowboy trades, but good. Go lower? No, I gotta bounce. Come on, Tesla. Tesla, it's time to bounce. Oh, let's see. I got a big size of Tesla. I gotta do something with my life. Come on.
Qs and SPY went back green again. Oh, Qs just went red again. I don't know. Let's see if Tesla holds here.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not really hopeful on this trade. Might actually get out of it at the break even. I'm going to get out of this Tesla at break even, guys.
Tesla does have, at some point, Tesla does have a gap to fill at 170. Sure, this gap that happened just a couple days ago, big gap up.
I'll wait for a new 5-minute high or something like that, because now this now it's probably
yeah. Oh, AMD's coming back. AMD bounced off S3. Qs are bouncing back here. SPY's bouncing back again.
Oh, guys, this is absolutely bad on my account.
There goes Tesla bouncing.
Oh, no. That is,
It's not on great volume though.
Fuck up Tesla.
Yeah. Can you believe that? Q's and SPY are bouncing back now.
No, today is not my day, guys. Bad decision after bad decision. But Tesla bounced the S4. We had that before. It's really respecting these S4s. It's really setting up like that extended.
Yeah.
The only reason that I got cold feet was because at 10:05 candlesticks was super bearish. I wasn't really, if it was like this one was like a doji, I would have had way more confirmation. But this one was super bearish. But again, hard to catch these reversals. I mean, I think there's a potential for testing it as a double bottom too. I'm down 11,000. Down 11,000. I made a little bit of money on Tesla, but still down. So, I might actually call it a day. To be honest with you, I might actually call it a day. Nadim, struggling to hold your trades. Yeah, it's kind of Tesla's bouncing.
Lots of interesting earnings after the close today. We've got Apple. We've got Amgen. What else have we got? EOG. So we have Block this morning, eh? Tesla rejecting at the 9 EMA 2-minute chart. Initial jobless claims didn't change much today. It's pretty much all sort of in line with expectations. Unit labor cost up a bit. That's not some more inflation. Oh, damn. I thought about shorting Tesla off the 9 EMA. Should have done it. Okay. Nice, JW. Big ask on Tesla. Well, there's a big ask at 178, but then there's some asks here at 176, 175. It's right at this S4 level again. AMD did kind of an interesting 920 trade.
Carvana is garbage. Apple garbage.
These 920 trades almost always happen at 10:10. It's weird.
What are you trading? Is it 920 on Tesla?
No, I didn't. No. I was just looking at AMD did a 920 right at 10:10. For some reason, 10:10 is a magic. It's magic 10, time. 10. Yeah, AMD came back up. When I say 920, it came back. It was trending down for most of the morning. It bounced, came back up, pierced through the 9 EMA on the 2-minute chart, and went to the 20 and rejected it at the 20 EMA, which is a pattern we see quite a bit. Amazon's at low, getting close to low of day here. Tesla's still sinking. Tesla's testing low of day here. Man, oh man. Tesla's got that 176 level that in its sights, apparently.
All right, Tesla is going down. I think Tesla's next level is probably, I think we found it on the daily chart. Yeah, I think we have around 175.
Here we
175.
go.
Wow, now Tesla is really breaking down. That's good.
Yeah.
Let's see, 175.30 is an area that I might actually consider that to take another trade, although I'm not really super keen to take any trade at all anymore.
Tesla's kind of stock that can do a low of day and then turn around, like it might do this right now. Put in a low of day and then look like it's going to go lower, but let's see what it does here. There's some big asks, big bids right now. You can see on Bookmap at 176 and 175. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go there. Interesting. Nvidia's looking like it's going to test low of day here again.
Yeah, it is interesting. The moves were nice for Tesla and stuff, but now it's kind of hard to catch anything. Boeing is selling off. Qualcomm, what's Qualcomm doing? Qualcomm bounce back. What is Boeing doing?
Boeing's going up. Jared, you got to like that Boeing trade. I think that yeah, exactly, Jared. Maybe someone else can explain that. I think that maybe there's more Bookmap. Bookmap covers more exchanges, so therefore you see more orders. Thor would be the expert on that. I'm still learning a lot about Bookmap. Look at Boeing's on fire.
It still looks like it's planning to hold this 4, so it's
Yeah.
double bottom for me.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, the Qs are bouncing, the SPY's bouncing. Nvidia's
I'm going to
bouncing.
take another long on Tesla. Let's see if we're going to take another long on Tesla at 177. Let's get some. Let's see if we can do that. We put a stop loss below the low of the day. Let's see if we can get to 178. So you can go toward 178. 5-minute charts trying to make a new high. It is also a little bit strong. Let's see.
It's funny. AMD's on a short selling restriction, eh? That's
Yeah, I think
interesting.
in the last 2 days it dropped more than 15% or something like
Yeah.
that. Short restriction is also look at the the last few days too. If it really dropped more than 15%, I think they were
Interesting.
All right, guys. So I'm long Tesla at 177. Let's see if you can actually get to 178. If you get there, then we're gonna see some profit finally come to our account. Okay, now here we go. Go to 178. $178. Come on.
Baba's ripping.
Nvidia is coming back up. Market is interestingly bouncing back.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes,
shit.
higher high and higher lows. 178 would be nice to partial.
Damn. Oh, that was stupid.
What is stupid?
Oh, I tried to I tried to buy, I tried to buy 10 AMD calls, and I only bought one. Anyway, I made.
So, which part is funny?
Oh, I made $19 instead of 190.
Oh,
I can afford a Starbucks latte grande caramel.
come on, Tesla. Right, I'm sitting at 20,000 shares of Tesla, and then you're buying one contract of AMD. Really, who are you joking like right now?
Oh, look, I'm up. I can afford to buy you one too now.
Like, I literally have 20,000 shares of Tesla. Like,
Jesus.
so
Well, you're rocking it. Look at that.
let's see if I want 178. 178. Ah, shit, I have a meeting at in 3 minutes. Come on. Come on.
There is a bit of an ask at 178. It's not very heavy, but
It's
possible.
Uh-huh.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Come on. 178. Come on.
You long there too?
No, I'm cheering it on for you.
Great, thanks. Come on. I really need that profit. Come on. Up. Just 170.91. I want 178. All right, I'm just starting partially now here.
Yeah, I'd start partialing. There are some asks above, but they're not very big.
I think there is a chance that Tesla pops up to the moving average of 5-minute chart and then it starts messing around with us. So a partial sum to take the profit. Again, I took a very big size on it. Like Brian is taking one contract. Who are you joking? One contract. Yates. Eamon is trading, is still trading in MU. Like, this guy doesn't give up on that MU. Nice. Oh, very nice. 178.13. Partial out here on Tesla.
Vincent. Good one.
Right. So we are out most of the Tesla.
Nice. Yeah, nice trade.
I took a big size on it. You know, again, this kind of revenge trading is also very dangerous. If it really was dropping on me, it would have been a much bigger day. And but market helped as well. One of the reasons that I actually went heavy on that is SPY and Qs right at around 10.10 started bouncing. So it was kind of a momentum from the market as well. All right, guys, I gotta go to a meeting. I'm coming back. It was a pretty decent trade on this one, so I gotta go to a meeting.
That was good. Hopefully you're back in the green.
All right, friends, over on YouTube, we're going to get ready to wrap it up here. So you saw Andrew and Brian trading live there. So hopefully you guys enjoy that and hopefully had a great trading day as well. So again, remember, a couple of things, guys. I'm still frozen on the screen, by the way. I got to get that battery charger. So we'll make that happen. So as you can see here, Brian's going to continue to trade live. He's up there. He's got his book map ready to go. And the rest of the day, we got a bunch of other stuff happening. So if you come in here over to bearbootraders.com, you can see our memberships. I also got a special link for you guys, bearbootraders.com/YouTube. Type that in. That's going to get you guys access to some pretty cool stuff. So take advantage of that. Let me put the right screen on here. There we go. So take advantage of that. You can join us here for the rest of the day, right? And you get access to an entire week of trading. So up next, if you click on the chat room, I can show you what the schedule looks like. We trade all day live here. So I'm going to go over here to members. Give an inside look of our dashboard. So right over here, go to members, go to chat room. You're going to get access to come in here, and then you'll be able to see everything. So here it is, weekly chat room schedule. Pre-market show, engineering the markets. Pre-market show, we start every morning right here on YouTube with you guys. 9:30 we go live with Andrew and Brian, and then look at the rest of the lineup. So everybody comes on trading live the entire day. And after 4 with some amazing earnings, guess what? We're live with Apple today. So I expect us to be trading on that as well. Man, Baba just keeps on ripping, guys. I'm looking at that now on the other screen. Looks really nice. So hopefully you guys had a great day. Markets seem to be bouncing nicely here. But Baba is on fire. I got to check what's going on there. So, but there it is, friends. That's the way you would do that. bearbootraders.com/YouTube. It's going to get you access to this chat room here, this dashboard, and a couple of basic courses as well. So, guys, take care. We'll see you all tomorrow morning, 8:30. Have a great trading day, guys. See ya.